Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited for today's video because recently I saw Jen from Jen Loves Reviews do the 20 best, I forget what she called it, like the 20 best beauty products from 20 brands in under 20 minutes. So essentially the premise of her video, she said, was when someone says a brand name, for example, Anastasia Beverly Hills, what is the first product that jumps into your mind as being like the best product from that brand? Spoiler alert, I actually didn't include ABH in my video because I couldn't decide on my favorite product from ABH. But I do have 20 different products from 20 different brands that I think, that's like the first product I think of when I hear that brand name as being like the best of the best. So I'm hoping to keep this video to under 20 minutes. I don't know if I'm as concise as Jen. I will leave her channel as well as her video link down below for you guys in case you're interested in checking that out. And I think it was today, actually, the day that I'm filming it, I saw she posted the 20 worst beauty products from 20 brands, which sounds super fun, and I obviously want to do that video as well. So stay tuned, hopefully that will be coming. Last order of business before we get into the actual video. I'm not necessarily feeling the green eye look today. I feel like it was a lot cuter in my head than it actually translated onto the eyes. Plus I didn't use a glitter glue and I feel like I have like glitter transfer like up here in my hair. But what can you do? And I also feel like I went a little heavy-handed with the Pixie Glow Mist, so I feel like I'm looking a little extra dewy, so please forgive me for that. But other than that, if you guys are interested in the 20 best beauty products in my opinion from 20 brands, then stay tuned. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider doing so before you go. I post videos every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, I forgot I like to wear this shirt off the shoulder, and excuse me, there we go. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna just literally in no particular order, none whatsoever. We could do an eyeshadow palette, and then I'll talk to you about a highlighter. Then we'll bob back over to eyeshadow palettes, bob back over to highlighters, talk about foundation. It's literally just all of my products are on a tray in front of me, and we're gonna be talking about it. Oh shoot, I forgot I have 20 minutes. We better get going. Hide my owl mug behind me so that my camera doesn't autofocus on it. Hashtag camera problems. All right, you guys, in all seriousness, let's get started. Okay, starting with the first brand, Morphe. So Morphe I think just talked about in my brands that excite me tag, and I talked about it being a brand that just doesn't really excite me. I've tried quite a bit from the brand. I've tried the original, well, excuse me, not the original Jaclyn Hill palette, but the white one, the one that she like created with them. And then I've tried the two of her like smaller ones that came from the Vault collection. Okay, I'll stop rambling because I already showed this. I've tried a lot from Morphe, and when I think of Morphe, my most favorite product that I've tried from them is the Continuous Mist Setting Spray. This isn't my favorite setting spray, but I actually just watched a video that Jaclyn Hill posted about how she gets her makeup to stay all day, and she like literally layers on so much powder, but she uses, you know, a setting spray like quite often between steps and between her makeup to kind of like melt all the powders together. I've been giving that a whirl and it's been going pretty good for me, but I've been really enjoying the Morphe Continuous Mist for during makeup application because it's just so easy to like and then, you know, it's an easy spray to use between makeup steps to melt your powders together. This isn't the one I go in with at the end. I have quite a few different setting sprays that I prefer like to actually set and lock my makeup in place, but I do really enjoy the Continuous Mist for between steps. I'm really probably not gonna finish this in 20 minutes. So then from Ofra, I have another mist, and this is one that I actually like to use at the end of makeup application. I love this. I've talked about this in quite a few videos recently on my channel. This was also in my Roulette project pan, and I recently finished this. I definitely intend to pick up another one of these once I get through a couple other mists. Love the finish that this gives to the skin. It gives like a healthy glow without being like super dewy. It's not nearly as dewy as my face right now, and I just really like this. You get 8 ounces and it's $16, so you get a ton of product. It's such a good value, and it's also such a good product. So this would definitely be my #1 product from Ofra. Next up, from NARS. When I think of NARS, I had a hard time choosing between the product that I'm going to mention and one of the highlights in Fort de France. Love that highlight. But recently I've really been loving the NARS Sun Wash Bronzer in Laguna. Plus Laguna, like the actual Laguna bronzer, is just such a staple to NARS that when someone says NARS, immediately I typically just think of Laguna or NARS Orgasm, but like, I mean, come on. So I wanted to mention this because I really like this. So this is the, I can't remember if it's called the diffused or like the sun wash bronzer. Regardless, you build it up, or it takes like a little bit more building than just the original bronzer, but it gives just this beautiful, healthy, like sun-kissed look to the skin, and I really like this. This was I pulled this into last month's Shop My Stash, like middle of the way through, and then I put it away for a bit, but I definitely intend to pull this back out this summer. I have quite a few bronzers that I've been loving lately, and this is definitely one of them. Okay, from Clinique. I feel like Clinique just is like a brand that doesn't get talked about a lot, but when I think of Clinique, I think of the Clinique Cheek Pops. I love this blush formula. This is one of my favorite blush formulas. I have mine in the shade Fig Pop. So if I'm going for more of like a melon shade, or like more of like a pinky melon, I'll reach in for this. This is one of my like deeper, like more pops of color blush that I have. A lot of other blushes that I have in my collection I feel like are just more like neutral. This is still neutral, but it definitely gives more pigment than quite a few other blushes that I own. I want to get Nude Pop in this. I also own Ginger Pop, and I just love this blush formula. I think it's worth, I think it's like $23 or $24, which I actually feel like is good for like higher end blush. And it's just a phenomenal formula. It's really cute packaging. I'm not gonna lie, the packaging kind of gets to me too. But definitely when someone says Clinique, I think of the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes. All right, you guys, ColourPop. This was a tough one for me, but I can't remember which video I just mentioned this. Oh, Drugstore Makeup Starter Kit. I just talked about this one. It is the Dream Street palette. This is just such a standout product in general. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I really like the color story of this. I like that you have just like your neutral warm tone browns, which like I love, but then you have this beautiful like silvery green shade that I don't know if you'll even be able to see swatched. I don't know if that's going to do it justice. It's such a beautiful shade. And then I love that you get like your warm copper, your kind of like rose gold, and then you also have like your champagne shimmer. It's just such an easy palette to use, to work with. I do really enjoy the ColourPop pressed formula in general, and when someone says ColourPop, I just honestly think of their pressed formula. They have so many palettes that they're releasing all the time that that's just what I think of when I think of ColourPop. But by far, this would be my favorite of all of the pressed shadow formulas I've tried from ColourPop. All right, Buxom. So I really do love the Buxom lip plumping lip glosses. Dolly is one of my favorites, but I have been, honestly, and I hate to use this word, I've been obsessed with the Buxom Wonderlust blush in the shade Seychelles. I have this on my cheeks. I cannot. This is my favorite blush, I think, in my collection. I am truly in love. It's just like such a beautiful nude blush shade. And it has like a little bit of a glow to it, but not too much. It's just such a beautiful blush formula. I want to pick up more of these, but the shade just like speaks to me so much. I don't know if like it would even do the other ones justice. I know I've thought about picking up Mykonos, which is like a really vibrant coral. And I also really want to get the shade Dolly when we reach more like the winter months, because that's just more of like a wintry shade in my opinion. But I have been absolutely in love with this Buxom blush. I was actually thinking about what products I'm gonna like cycle in for my next Shop My Stash, and I was like, let's be real, I should just leave this blush in all year round, especially all summer long, because it's just so beautiful for the summer with that like shimmery like satin sort of finish. So beautiful. I have a feeling I'm gonna be using this all summer. Even if I pull it out of my everyday makeup drawer, let's be real, I'm gonna be reaching for it. Okay, let's talk about Dior next. So one of my favorite foundations ever. This is the Dior Forever Skin, and this is the glow one. I have the original going in my project pan, and I think it's the same as like the matte version now, but it's just like repackaged. But the Dior Forever Skin is so good. I have been enjoying the glow. This is like right on the border of just like a hair too dewy, but now that I'm doing the whole like lots of powder thing, I think I can make this work. I haven't tried it with a ton of powder. That sounds so bad, but I love the Dior Forever Skin. I think it's such a phenomenal foundation. It is really expensive. I think it's worth it. Been one of my favorites for the last like few years now, so can't go wrong with the Dior Forever Skin. Okay, speaking of expensive brands, let's talk about Natasha Denona. I'm not going to mention a palette. I'm actually not. Natasha Denona palettes tend to be hit or miss. So I'm not going to talk about a palette. I'm going to talk about the Natasha Denona Glow. Now, when someone says Natasha Denona, I'm not going to lie, I probably do think of her palettes. One, because they're so expensive. And I feel like that's just what like everyone thinks of. But when I think of my favorite Natasha Denona product, it is definitely, oh shoot, this is going in my 19 and 2019 project pan, and I just, whoops, spoiler. But this has been a staple in my collection for a year and a half or so now. And if I'm ever like undecided on, and if I'm ever undecided on what I want to use for highlight for the day, I just always go for this. This is one I also wear to the gym a lot. I feel like it just gives like that wet, like cute, sweaty sort of vibe. Like that probably makes sense. But I really, really, really love the Natasha Denona Glow. I have mine in the shade 1. I also want to try the Super Glow, but I've been holding off and holding off and holding off because I don't need to purchase any more new highlighters. But that is what I'm going to get my hands on one day. Okay, let's talk about MAC Cosmetics. This is a brand that I used to be super, super loyal to, and then I stopped buying from for a while just because honestly I kind of got bored with MAC and I was discovering all the new makeup brands there were. But I have to, honestly, when I think of MAC, I think of the MAC Fix Plus. This is something I'll always have in my collection. This is just a staple. I love this setting spray. But I also wanted to give honorable mention to the MAC Hyper Real Glow because I've been in love with this palette since I picked it up. First of all, who can appreciate a palette that like has a mirror but it folds? I just love when it like folds all the way around, like the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I just appreciate that. This is a beautiful highlighting palette. I don't know what shade I have mine in and it doesn't say, but this is one that has like the champagne, the more like pinky rose gold, and then the gold. Love this palette. I think that this would suit quite a few different skin tones, and it gives that beautiful wet sort of glossy highlight to the skin. It looks like it just looks like you have wet skin. It doesn't look like it's sitting on the skin at all. I've been more into like more wet looking highlights the last, I would say, 6 months to a year. So I really do appreciate this palette, and this is another really good one from MAC. Okay, should we just get Tarte and Too Faced out of the way? Let's talk about Tarte first. This is an OG product, and this is definitely the palette in my collection I think that's gotten the most love. It's the Tartelette in Bloom, you guys. I know this is an old palette, and this is like, you know, come and gone, and nobody talks about this anymore, pretty much. But I have panned 3 shades in this palette. This is one that after this year I'll probably declutter this one but rebuy another one because it's just such a good palette. I like that this one has cool tones in it, and I just truly love all the shades in this palette. They perform really, really nicely. Really easy palette to travel with. You have a nice large mirror. This is the only Tartelette palette that I really truly like love, but I love this palette, and whenever I think of Tarte, this is what I think of. I mean, I also think of like Tarte Shape Tape just because that's what everyone talks about. But this video is about like my favorite staple products from the brand. Okay, you guys, what next? Huda Beauty. Okay, I last year, I think close to like holiday time, did a ranking all of my Huda palettes. And I have 8 Huda palettes, and my mind has since changed about my favorite. But when I think of Huda Beauty, I think of her Obsessions palettes, and I wanted to share with you guys my favorite. And right now it is the Smoky Obsessions palette, and I think it's because I've been getting more and more into cool tones. But I brought this with me on vacation, and I also brought the Urban Decay Born to Run as well as the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette, and this is the only palette that I wanted to reach for. I just wanted to use this all the time. I think it is so beautiful, and what I love about these 9-pan palettes is you're left with quite a few options, but at the same time when you look into this palette, it's so easy to come up with a look. Sometimes if palettes have too many shades, it's just like you have to like overthink, at least in my opinion. You have to overthink about like what you're going to create for a look. This is so easy to travel with. I love the Huda Obsessions palette. It's $27. I think is a really good price for these, so that's what I think of when I think of Huda Beauty. Next up, let's talk about Becca. There are quite a few products that I do really enjoy from Becca, and Becca is just one of those brands that I feel like I've always been pretty loyal to and always really enjoyed. But when I think of Becca, I think of the Sunlit Bronzer. I love this bronzer. This is currently going in my 19 and 2019, so I'm not going to open this up and show you guys, but love this bronzer. When I finish this, I will definitely purchase another one because it's just so good. I don't like talk, like I feel like I just look so dewy right now that I don't want to be like, oh, it's what I'm wearing. You want to look like me? No, I know you don't. But it actually is the bronzer that I'm using today. It's beautiful. This is another one I love to wear in the spring, summertime because I feel like it just gives like a bit of a sheen or like a healthy sunlit glow. So really love this one from Becca. From Hourglass, there's quite a few products that I do love from Hourglass as well. But when I think of Hourglass, the first product that pops into my mind is the Hourglass Mood Exposure Blush. I love this blush. I love all the blushes that I've tried from Hourglass, but I think this is my favorite shade. I feel like you can just wear this all year round and it just works. This is one that I've tried to pan before. I just have mine in a little mini. This costs $20 and I've gotten so much use out of this, and there's no pan in sight. So if you guys want to try an Hourglass blush, I would definitely recommend just picking up a mini. It takes so long to get through blush. You'll be good to go, but would highly, highly, highly recommend Mood Exposure. This is definitely another favorite blush of mine. Let's talk about a less expensive brand. Let's talk about Essence. Really less expensive. From Essence, there are, again, some products. From Essence, there are quite a few products, again, that I could mention. But the Essence, I've worn mine away. I've used it so much. Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. I have mine in the shade 2, which is called But First Espresso. This is such a good pencil, you guys. Nobody talks about this. It's $2.99. It lasts in your waterline, seriously, all freaking day. Such a good pencil if you have not tried and you're looking for a good waterline eyeliner. Essence. There's only 6 shades. I have this and I have the nude one. Love both of them. Both of them last in my waterline all day. I want all the shades. I could pick them all up for under 15 bucks. Good product. Okay, Dose of Colors, another brand I love. And I thought about mentioning their 5-pan eyeshadow palettes. Love those, but truly my most favorite product from Dose of Colors is their lip gloss in the shade Can You Not. It's what I have on my lips today. That's probably all but worn off. I mean, I've been sipping some coffee throughout this video and I've been talking a lot, so it probably doesn't look that good on my lips, but this is such a good lip gloss, you guys. It's super, super nude, so if you don't like nude, then like, I'm sorry. No, seriously, if you don't like nude, you wouldn't like this. Probably skip, but still a good lip gloss formula. They have tons of different shades in the line. I'm sure could probably find a shade that you love, and it's a good lip gloss formula. Super pigmented, so if you like a pigmented gloss that gives like, you know, so you get the glossy effect, but you still get pigment on your lips. Like you're not just going for like, you know, the clear gloss. Highly recommend the Dose of Colors lip gloss formula. Not too sticky, lasts a long amount of time. Good to go. From Smashbox, if you've watched any of my recent videos, you probably know what I'm going to mention, but oh my goodness, this product is so good. This is the Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. I mean, I've talked about this a lot on my channel recently, so I don't want to go on and on. Plus, I'm sure I'm well over my 20 minutes at this point, but this is such a good product. I picked this up during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty for $19. Seriously, that's a steal. If I lost this today, I would purchase it for full price tomorrow. I think it's that good of a product. Contour, money, love, great shade. Highlights, I don't even use that often, but I'm not even mad because the rest of the products in this palette work for me. Bronzer, love it. Blush, such a beautiful shade. Absolutely love it. And even the under eye brightening powder I do like. I think it's a little bit drying underneath my eyes. It's not like my most favorite, but I can still get away with it. And I could definitely see myself hitting pan on all of the shades in here minus the highlights potentially. So just such a standout, phenomenal product. Definitely my most favorite Smashbox product. Shoot, I forgot to talk about Too Faced when we were talking about Tarte. Born This Way foundation. Hands down, favorite product from Too Faced. Definitely what I think of when I think of Too Faced. This is a foundation that I will always have in my collection. I'm currently panning this one in my 19 and 2019. A lot of the products that I have mentioned in here are going in my 19 and 2019. Would you look at that? But anyway, if you guys haven't tried this foundation, it's so good. I don't even know like how to describe the finish of this. I swear, like, it gives you like a youthful glow, but like at the same time has like this sort of matte sort of finish, not like flat matte, but like satin matte, demi matte. It's a beautiful finish. It's a great foundation. Another product going in my 19 and 2019, Fenty Beauty. I really cannot decide between this and the Gloss Bomb, but oh, still, like if I had to choose, like if I could only choose one, it'd be a super tough choice. This is my favorite highlight in my entire collection. This is Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I'm not going to show it, you guys. Not going to show it. You're going to have to wait to see my 19 and 2019 progress until I post that video. But this is such a good highlight. I wear the subtle side to work. On days that I'm filming or on days that I don't work, I like to jazz it up and mix the subtle side with like the more intense side. Such a beautiful highlight. I will finish this, maybe even this year, and I will repurchase this. Milk Makeup. This was another one where I really struggled to choose what product I wanted to talk about because I've really been enjoying the Kush lip balm lately, but I gotta give it to the mascara. I gotta give it to Milk Kush mascara. Phenomenal mascara. It doesn't transfer, it gives great volume. Usually I go in with like a priming mascara to like lengthen and separate my lashes, so then I go with this for volume. Lasts me all day. Love it. I've said many times on my channel that I refuse to pay more than like $10 or $11 on mascara, but you guys, I think when I finish my minis of this and get through some more of the mascaras in my huge mascara collection, I would purchase this for full price. I hate to say it, but I would. Alright guys, and then the last brand I have to talk about is First Aid Beauty, and this should come as no surprise. Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer. I love this. It's my favorite primer in my entire collection. Smells like coconuts, gives like a nice luminous sort of vibe to the skin. Just absolutely love this primer. I just recently posted a ranking my entire primer collection video, and this ranked at #1. Such a good primer. Has been my favorite for a couple of years now. I have this little mini deluxe size, and I'm waiting to purchase another full size until I get through a few more primers because my primer collection is out of control. I think it'll go up before this video, but recently posted a makeup declutter video, and I still have too many primers in my collection after that. So I need to get through some primers before I purchase this again, but come the November Sephora VIB sale, I'm definitely going to be purchasing this in a full size again because I love it and it's really good. After that, you guys, that is going to conclude my 20 best makeup products from 20 different brands. Probably not in under 20 minutes, but I tried. I did try. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely leave me a comment down below letting me know some of your favorite... Leave me a comment down below letting me know some of your favorite products from some of your favorite brands. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.